So here we go. Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this play reading session. I hope we can all hear me. I just want to be sure. If you can hear me, can we please type 111 in the chat box? If you can hear me, please kindly type 111 in the chat. Let's be sure we are loud and clear. Let's be sure we are loud and clear. Great, thank you. So I welcome us once again. This is a very simple and straightforward edition of our play reading session. And we have decided to dedicate this particular one to you guys, finalists in this maiden edition of the Playwriting Prize. Permit me quickly to recognize the presence in this gathering today. The national president of the Association of Nigerian, the National Association of Nigerian, oh my God, what's that called again? NANTAP, National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners. My president is the house and very early enough, so you guys are going to have to pay for late coming because you are supposed to be here waiting for him and he's been here waiting for us. That's not good enough. Please, in case of next time, especially for the playwriting workshop, for participants, entry time is 10:45, not 11 a.m. and or after 11. Please let us take note of that. And so I'd like to welcome Mr. President, Israel Ebo, FTA. My president, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you
I also have with us in the
you.
house already, they will get to talk at the right time. We have with us Professor Mabel Ewe Roma. Professor Robel from the theater department of the University of Abuja is already here too. So you guys, you see now, you have plenty of apologies to make because these are elders we should not have been keeping waiting, but you guys kept them waiting because we've been here waiting for you. And we also have with us already the chairman of the panel of judges for this year's competition. We had 3 judges. Okeke Izuchukwu Job, who is based in South Korea. We had also Barrister Isaac Ataogezi, who is an award-winning playwright himself and a legal practitioner. And then we had Dr. Ola Ifatimeyin, that is Ola Goke Ifatimeyin, who is the head of theater department of Bayero University in Kano. He headed that panel and is already here with us. So Dr. Ola Goke Ifatimeyin, I'd like to say welcome. And then I also like to say thank you for for a job well done. I know what it takes. It takes a lot to look through plenty of entries like this and be able to pick out something for us. So without much ado, I will recognize some of our other guests as they come in, as I identify them. But at the moment, I'd like to invite Mr. President of NANTAP to give an introductory remarks before we start. Mr. President, sir.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Permit me to operate and establish the protocol. But I can't continue without acknowledging those who have continuously identified and support the programs which are meant to further push our profession, theater, to the frontier. Professor Mabel, it's a pleasure to have you here again. Dr. Olatimeyin, all the members of the panel of judges, and to you, my Finalists, it's a great pleasure to be in your midst. We must acknowledge and appreciate what Arojah Theatre, and by extension, Jerry, has been doing. For him to organize this, we all know what it is like. And for those of us who are in practice, we also know that we have a great dearth of new, particularly young playwrights and new plays, particularly again for a stage. Most writers want to focus on writing for television and films because they believe that that is faster. But we have since come to know that the one that really has an enduring lifespan, that continues to be relevant, that continues to speak to us all the time, are theater plays, the dramas. And so when we find anyone who is trying to create, mentor, bring up, expose new writers, to give them the platform to express their creativity, give them the platform to be exposed, we must appreciate them. And it is in this regard that I am telling you again, Jerry, that we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate what Arojah is doing for theater in Nigeria. I do know that when the history of this phase in our development of the creative sector is written, you will definitely be remembered and be acknowledged as having contributed greatly. Now to you, my young playwrights, I'm sure Professor Mabel will let you guys know that it is not easy, but the beauty of this is you're writing your names in the sand of times. Your plays are things, works that will outlive you. They are works that other generations, 20 years, 30, 50, 100 years after now, people will continue to read them. The students will continue to study them. Performers will continue to perform them. And that is the beauty of being a playwright. I'm sure that when Wole Soyinka started, he never really knew that he would become a global icon all through his plays. Not only has he won several awards, but he has become a global citizen. That is what you can get to achieve when you remain committed and focused to what you choose to do. Consistency, determination, and above all, the eye for excellence is key if you're going to be a successful writer. You just don't write for the sake of money. If that is what is in your mind at all times, then you will not be successful. You work to create works of art. And in the process of creating, success will come, financial rewards will come, and recognition will come. So if you put those things which should be the outcome of a successful, focused work in the front, then you will not succeed. So I want to encourage you today that this is the first step towards something which could change your life entirely, which could impact on a lot of people, but it's going to call for a determination, a focus to succeed, a focus to impact. The writer is a social commentator. Your ability to comment on the things that are happening through your writing, your ability to continue to promote your culture through your writing, the ability to continue to promote your people through your writing is very important to how successful you will become as a playwright. Today is your day. It is not our own day. It is a day that we want to acknowledge you and recognize you and celebrate you. And I'm sure that is the intention of Arojah today, that you'll be celebrated. So once again, I'm honored to be in your midst. I'm honored to be meeting you, a new generation of writers, and I look forward to welcoming you into our fold, which is the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners, just as I'm sure that Professor Mabel, Professor Fatimei We'll also be looking forward to welcoming some of you at some point in your life into the universities to help share your experiences to a younger generation who will also want to follow your footsteps. Once again, I say congratulations to you all as a finalist, and God bless you all. And I'm looking forward to being part of this reading of your plays. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. And if you know how we do it, somewhere down your screen on the participant place, there is where you can do a thumb up there if you want to do, because I am not going to unmute you to talk for now so that we can have a semblance of sanity. And, sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. President. And to you again, I mean, that is a valuable introductory message. We are going to get to one from Professor Mabel much later. And let me also quickly let you know that I know the plan here today is not to read all of your plays. We cannot read 5 plays within 1 hour. The idea here today is to just pick smaller portions of your script each and read it out to ourselves and see if some of our friends that we have invited, or maybe some of those who are watching on the Facebook of Arojah, would want to ask one question or the other, preparatory to when we declare the winner for this maiden edition. I mean, Professor, because my president called him Professor, so I key into it. Professor Ola Ifatimeyi, who is the chief judge of this competition, is here in the house. He has read all of the works, especially, I mean, for those 5 of you who are here today, I would say the lucky 5, because like the president just mentioned, I mean, this is just the beginning of greater things that could, that could happen to you as a playwright and as a social commentator. So we would go very straight to the first script. For those of you who I would have to share screen so that we are able to go together on the same page. And we are starting. Let me inform you that this is just in alphabetical order as the judges presented them to us. It's not in any particular, it's just in alphabetical order, I think. That's the way they presented it to us. And will, as much as possible, yes. The first script that we are going to look at, if I hope it's on my screen. If you are seeing my screen, please just indicate. See that. Oh, you can see an ID with Paul Liam there. Paul Liam is the administrator of this prize. I didn't see the name, so permit me also to quickly recognize him. Paul Liam is the administrator of the prize. He has been the man behind all the correspondence, all the work that we have been doing so far on this prize. So, Mr. Paul Liam, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Of course, I know you joined us, but I didn't know you will come as HP. Thank you and welcome. So, right there on my screen, I am sure as we can see it, is the first script we are going to look at. And I am simply going to assign, that's the way we do it, I'm simply going to assign roles. I'm having issues getting it up. Now, the first script we are reading, okay, I have just seen now, it's not in alphabetical order, but just accept it as it is, because we have done some level of cut down to the parts we want to use today. I have manager, I have mama, Auntie Shine. Hello, Auntie Shine. So you will take mama for us. Auntie Shine will take mama for us, and then Guy, Living Green. Living Green, take Guy for us. Never mind the gender, the sex. That's the way.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello, what do you say?
I'm here. I can hear you.
Good. So I will just take manager. Some of the other guys who are supposed to read it with us are not in the house yet. So here we go. At least for those three of us, we know how we do it. And so
Are
we'll
you
just,
sure? Are you
so
sure
we are
Auntie Shine
reading.
is there?
Okay. Dr. Ola.
Auntie Shine is not here.
Dr. Ola, is it okay to have you join us to read?
Why not?
Okay, so Dr. Ola, manager then.
Okay, but what
Dr.
I'm
Ola,
saying actually is
manager.
that Auntie Shine is
Yes.
not here, and you cast her for
Little bit of
something.
technical issues still here. You can see the audio jam, but we are going to do it. So Dr. Ola, manager, Auntie Shine, mama, and then Living Green, guy. So let's go.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm saying is I'm not sure Auntie Shine is here. You can't hear me.
Auntie Shine is there.
Oh, okay. All right. I told you that the submission of the form has closed since Friday. I can't collect it again.
You are correct. Auntie Shine is not here. I'm just readmitting her. Sorry. I think we should go on until she joins us fully. I admitted her before, but I think she's still having issues. So I will just read Mama until she joins us. Let's go, sir.
Yeah. I told you the submission of the form has closed since Friday. I can't collect it again.
My son has not been around for days, and that's why he was unable to bring it before Friday.
Mama, it's on the internet. Everybody knows about it. We can't collect it again.
Yes, sir. I was here on Friday.
My friend, let me
But
tell
the
you
person
this.
collecting it was not around. I could. Yes, sir. I was here on Friday, but the person collecting it was not around. I couldn't wait till 2 p.m.
My friend, let me tell you this. There is nothing I can do to help.
Please.
I can't, Mama. Sheung,
Yeah.
don't bring the form in your hands. Just keep it inside your bag.
Oh, okay.
When we get inside, I will collect it from you.
Okay, sir. I'm already at the gate.
Aha. Oh, okay. Let me come and collect it then. Just come in. Just come inside.
Please consider that we have been begging you.
There is nothing I can do. My job is on the line here.
Yes, sir. I traveled all the way from North to submit the scholarship form. Please.
There is nothing I can do.
Yes, sir.
Go and wait for me inside.
Okay, sir. That was how I submitted the form. Tell me, is that one corruption or connection? So let's just switch and take some other roads. Yeah. So, Living Green, Tayo.
Okay.
Dr. Victor.
Okay. I've read the time.
Auntie Shine, if you are here already, so Peter for us. So that was how I submitted the form. Tell me, is that one corruption or connection?
We can't judge by this.
Answer me. Is it corruption or connection?
Corruption.
Connection.
It's corruption.
Victor, this one is connection.
When corruption works for you, it is connection.
And when it doesn't?
We call it corruption.
Connection or corruption. Connection or corruption, what happened there is injustice. I can't do it.
Would you have rejected such an offer knowing you will collect 200,000 from it?
I won't even go in the first place.
Ah.
Liar. Stay there. See, I know we can actually win the oppressors, but we must first win ourselves individually because we are the #1 oppressor.
Really, I think Sheun is right to some extent. But then I, Tayo, will never join them till I die. I will rather die than to reverse my assertion.
I pray you all can stand the tests. I pray. So thank you. I will stop sharing now. That is the lead to piece we were taken from Ojo, Emmanuel, and Ojo in the house. Ojo, are you here?
Yes, I'm around, sir.
You are here, show yourself.
Yes, sir.
You are here, show yourself.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Let me start again by
Hello,
saying
can you hear me,
congratulations
sir?
to you and to everyone here. Please don't mind
Thank you.
Network connectivity, it's really sad, but we try our best. I can tell you, we are broadcasting from now. You'll be surprised. It's because of it's all because of the network quality, but yet we are still having this. So that is Justice a Mirage. The title is a question asking whether it is ever possible to achieve social justice in Nigeria, in corruptless society. One man, the same man who is saying no, the date is closed, and so I'm not going to accept your entry anymore. And the same man, of course, because someone else is going to pay, is willing to accept the same submission to the platform. And that tells a lot about who we are. Let me mention that for this edition of this competition, we got some form of support from the MacArthur Foundation through CTAD, and so the focus of the project, this project happened to be anti-corruption, transparency, honesty, good governance, and a whole lot of that. So that's why you are seeing from this excerpt of script we are reading that it is geared towards ensuring a very open society. So I want to thank those who read with us, and I want to thank Joshua Ojo and congratulating you once again for making it to the short list. Which means that everyone here stand a chance of hearing that song in October. Stand up for the champion. So start praying towards having that song. I can see someone laughing at me, no problem. I will not sue you to court. So very quickly, we will leave all our questions to when we are done reading some excerpt of the rest of the play, so we can then talk to the writers generally. And then, of course, we go then to the next one. To read another short piece. And this time around, we are reading from another Ojo. Incidentally, we have two Ojo here. We have two Ojo in the house. One Ojo from the University, Obafemi Awolowo University, and the other one from AVU. So now we are reading a play titled Headless Sacrifice. headless sacrifice. It says a young man with his accomplice raped a girl who is the daughter of a chief in a village. Unfortunately, she is betrothed to the prince of the village, and above all, he committed the crime in a period when the girls and other maidens are on their final purification rite for the Feast of Maiden. The revelation of his identity defines the turn of events. And so let me quickly assign those who read for us. Living Green, Romoke, Anti-Shine,
Yeah.
Mama Romoke. Living Green, Romoke, Anti-Shine, Mama Romoke. That's in scene 5. In scene 6, we have Kabiesi. So, Prof will help us read Kabiesi. That's Ola Timei, Olagoke Fatimei. Why Sheung will still help us read Iyaloja. I will read the Fabis. So here we go. Scene 5. Headless sacrifice. Ojo Lumide Emmanuel. Romoke walks home, holding her bag, weeping. Her wrapper is dirty and rumpled. Her hair looks tattered and disheveled. Some of the cowries on her body are lost.
Mommy, my calabash is broken. My chastity is
I request those who are not reading to help us mute their mic, please. Sometimes if you mute from the end,
Can I start again? Can I start again?
Hold on, Living Green, hold on, please.
Okay.
Can I request those who are not reading, please mute your mic. If I mute from here, it might be difficult to unmute you when we need you to talk. So it's better to mute from your end. Please mute your mic if you are not reading. All right, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I think we are good. So, Romoke walk holding her back, weeping, her wrapper is dirty and rumpled. Her hair looks tattered and disheveled. Some of the cowries on her body are lost.
Okay. Hello, can I start?
Okay. Yes.
Hello. Okay. Mommy, my calabash is broken. Chastity is compromised. I'm destroyed.
Okay.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. I can't see Iyaloja. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? Yay! Neighbors, come to my rescue. Don't laugh at me. Someone has poured hot coal on my back. Oh, yeah, Tani Moshe. Who have I offended?
My back has touched the ground prematurely. Acid semen has been poured into my womb. I've been plucked unripe on my dirty womanhood.
Hey, how did it happen? Who did it to you?
Too bad.
Hello?
Okay, so I guess I should read from here. Who did it to you?
I read that.
So I was not hearing it from here. So this network thing is
Okay.
messing us up. Yes. So let's
Can you hear me?
from there again and
Because I feel like I'm not.
Your line is breaking, so I don't hear you. I don't know if others are hearing.
So should I read again?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
you came out clear just now.
Okay. So are we starting from the beginning or from where we stopped?
Let's start from my back. My back is touching ground.
Hello?
It says to start from my back has touched the ground prematurely. You can hear me.
Okay. My back has touched the ground prematurely. Acid semen has been poured into my soul. Mommy, I've been plucked unripe on my journey to womanhood.
Hey, how did it happen? Who did it to you?
That is my solace for this shame. It's Ogunyemi, the son of a chief priest. And like Kiki.
Hey, I am done with. The enemies have succeeded. Ha, Romoke. Romoke. You shouldn't have left me this end. Romoke. Romoke.
So we go on to 6. Anti-Shine remain as the Arojah. Prof. Ifatimeyin as Kabiesi. I'll read the first priest, and Living Green will read Bashorun. Here we go.
Okay.
What have you children done? You defiled a girl on the 6th day of the Feast of Maidens, and of all people, a girl betrothed to the prince? It should have been a commoner, not a would-be in-law to be to the king. You are done with...
The land has been defiled. You killed the daughter of a chief. Hey, how many times have we swept your case under the carpet? Were you not the one who impregnated the hunter's daughter and you denied? The girl was sent to another village to cover shame. How many such deeds have you done? How many such have you done with this Balogun's son? This is your last deed. Children.
It is mercy I plead for. He is my only machete. I have daughters. You can take them, Kabiesi. Please, I beg of you.
What evil have you children done? And you too, Oguntoki, the son of Balogun, the chief warrior of the land, you joined the son of the Ifa priest, Omasheu. This is unfortunate. Do you realize that we cannot go on with the Yam Festival without the Feast of Maidens? The gods must be appeased, or we all will die for their sins. It only shows that our chiefs are failures in their families. Shame on you both. You know the tradition, yet you allow your children to defile it.
The chameleon is calling another person a pretender. Are your secrets not open for me? Are you not the one selling the resources of the land to strangers? My son may have been wrong, but you cannot question my loyalty to the land. You are nobody to judge this matter.
Please, Kabiesi, no one dares the storm that comes with your anger. Please, temper mercy with judgment. Beg for your lives, you fools.
Guards, take them to the prison. They shall be executed first in daybreak.
Kabiesi, please consider my service.
What service? Do you think we don't know that you didn't sacrifice the cows and goats we gave you the other time? We knew you only sacrificed the little rats, cocks, and fish. We rejoice that our ancestor saved us, but no, you are a traitor. Your loyalty and judgment has been compromised. Whatever have said is final.
Tobalashe.
Tobalashe.
All the chiefs. Kábíyèsí o. And then
Kábíyèsí
to
o.
7, which is between Ifa and Ogunyemi. So Prof will take Ogunyemi, I take Ifa, priest. The leaves do not see the night and not sleep. The sun does not hear of the night and not return to his chamber. The market sellers and buyers do not see darkness and wait. I command you all to sleep. Sleep! Ogunyemi, you see what you have caused, and you are my only merchant. Take this money and escape to my brother in Ijabu. Remain there. Do not return to this land.
I can't do that. Pandemonium will happen if I don't die. If I don't die.
I said go. You too can join him. Run to any of your relatives outside the village. Do not return even if you heard I am dead. Now go. Go. So that's down to Ifa priest. Okay. Shall I lose my son for the sake of the land? No. It is my son that should live. I'm of age already. The old banana tree should be cut off so that new leaves will sprout out. I may have failed the land, but I shouldn't lose a son. May the gods forgive my son and I. Yes, yes, I feel better. Someone help us read God leader.
Ha! He is gone. An elephant has fallen. A great priest has joined the land beyond. May the land remember your good and forget your evil. You, pick him up. We are taking his corpse away. You, go to the palace. Inform the king that the Ifa priest has gone to the land beyond and tell him about the escape of his son. Oh, you may be gone, but you have averted the looming pandemonium with your head. When a father says this child will kill me severally, it will get to a point when the father will say, child, don't kill yourself. May the land continue to live.
May the land continue to live. May Nigeria continue to live, and may Africa continue to live. So that's yet another one. And Ojo, we thank you for this beautiful offering. I'm sure that the judges have done a very good job, to pick this out among the lot. If you are there, show us your face. Let's see you. If it is possible, if it's not, no problem. But if it is possible, let us see you. Let the people here know you. Ojo, are you there? Okay, we'll go on because of our time. We move on very quickly to the next one, and the next one is in Yoruba, when you have female children, and you suddenly have a male, or you have male, and you have a female, they call it Okonlawon. I mean, she is the Okonlawon of this maiden edition of this prize. And I witnessed the other 1,000 hours just a day ago, because in one of the reports that the picture was used, they were not jealous, so they were happy for her, and so we told her that she was going to pay. Maybe she will make the payment this afternoon. The next thing is a tale told by idiots. A tale told by idiots by Omonwumi Damilola Osholale from the University of Ibadan. And I would want to have, let's stick to our trio. Let's have Anti-Shine read politician. Let's have Prof read Bada. And then Living Green read Ayo. I will jump in wherever necessary. There are just 3 characters in this piece. So here we go. Arrest sits gazing at a distance. Bagada is silently humming a tune.
Is he already that is a politician?
Yes, and that's you.
Oh, okay. I was looking for politician. I can tell you're a member of a choir, son. I can tell you're a member of a choir, son. Is that tune not taken straight from a Christian? I can't see that.
Carol.
Carol.
Okay.
Carol,
It
yes.
is indeed a tune of a Christian carol, but I'm using it to compose Shango songs.
The world is a strange place.
I was once in the choir. I left to join a mosque.
You are now back to answer the call of Shango.
Shango. I feel it is my original calling.
The world is a strange place.
Living green.
You know, Bada, nicely safe into it. Bada, you know, I think that kind of thing is important, irrespective of your religion.
It may not be important anymore. If you fall over into the depth of the river and drink more water than Yemoja, the river goddess.
Take your crackpot ideas somewhere else, friend. I don't buy that Yemoja myth. There are lots of people to swallow more of your Yemoja lies than more water of the river.
All you have to do is get into the river, Ayo. A gulp of some water, simple enough.
If you care to know what I think, it is that you have been listening to the old man, Elder Are, and he has twisted your mind 180 degrees. I was not deeply asleep last night when I heard him telling me about the Sigidi with a big stick who chased a thief out of a yam farmland. The old man and his fables. He won't let you down, friend.
Is I suppose to realize there is no.
Okay. It's not still there. Maybe
What?
I should take it from
I'm here.
All I'm saying is don't fall over. I suppose you realize there is none of us here who is a diver.
Well, it makes you sound terribly caring. It's nice to hear you speak the truth once in a while, Bada. But what's it going to look like if Elder Are keeps his tall stories to himself? You must agree it will take the edge of the rest of the journey. There will be no Yemoja or Shigidi to keep you in fear.
If it worries you that much, I suggest you talk to him. Are.
I am of the old school. We don't get angry. We are only disgusted and disappointed, sons. Only a few things now make me cry. The younger generation don't know how to hold their farts. You send everything flying. How do you think these unreasonable reasons make this old man feel? I'm standing up for you and you're sitting down on me. You talk all over the creation and then go into hiding.
What's the old man saying?
The more I think, the more you argue, sons. How many times do you have to ask someone who is not blind to open his eyes and see?
I know that. I know this boat is rotten and leaking. What else does anyone know without saying? I can point out the reasons for the problems in this boat.
Well, I don't mind going down with this boat without any of your reasons. Elders Are and Bada, I deserve to know what is going on.
We do not have any provision left.
I deserve to know what happened and without any apology.
Who else should give us the details of how the food was mismanaged?
If you don't like what I say, you can fly high in your own sky. I wish definitely to be mad now. It seems that it's our destiny to die terribly hungry in this rotten boat.
Only fools can go mad and throw themselves into the river. I may be old, but at least I am not young and stupid. Do you need to chop off the heads of others in order to appear taller? There is a good chance that we will not yield to the impulse to become madmen in the full sense of the word.
I am unspeakably hungry now.
You're talking of hunger reminds me of my stomach, son. But man should not live by bread alone. Living by bread is not asking too much, though. I was a preacher in a Pentecostal church. I hanged my colors for politics. It has been said that the miracles recorded in the New Testament are too small for the Son of God. They could not satisfy many. Even me as a preacher of the gospel. Talk about calming a storm on a small lake at Galilee, feeding some groups of women and children with bread and fishes, and now coming to a popular observation. What about the next day when they were hungry again? What about the millions of people who die of hunger each day? Peter was released from prison. John the Baptist was beheaded in prison. Then I came to myself like the prodigal son.
I never read that part of scripture. I could make a song out of it.
Stop this interruption, son. I said I came to myself like the prodigal son. You can visit any part of the world, but if you leave out visiting yourself, you are empty. I said I came to myself like the prodigal son. I have to feed the poor, and I can do that more through politics. Politics is a very difficult profession, you know. Just like in the seminary, you must have some words ready-made for each occasion. Let me tell you, no knowledge is useless in building the nation.
There is a poem by the name Building the Nation.
You're telling me a Lucifer's tale when you're not telling me the truth. That is a Lucifer's tale, I know.
Not a Lucifer's tale.
A poem?
Yes.
Who wrote that?
Henry Barlow.
You mean someone has reduced such an immense political theory to just a few lines? Call it injustice to nation builders and the corporate world. Such an immense political theory to just a few lines. I am wondering what will be written on my contributions to my Operation Feed the Poor and the Vulnerable during the prevailing pandemic. The records are there. Not everything went up in flames. I still hold on to my priestly discipline, sons.
I'm sure you love to hear what I know.
Oh, what is it, son?
Water is already getting into this boat. I hope there are no crocodiles in the river. It is one to die starving, and it is quite another to fall into the mouths of crocodiles.
Drowning is a particularly rare kind of death. How is Shigiditola, son? You're not sure you heard me.
Shigiditola, I don't know anyone with that name.
You said I would love to hear what you know. I cannot make you tell me what you know, can I? Is your mother's name not anything towards that side of the page? I'm not seeing them.
Mary.
It's Mary.
Oh, is your mother's name not Mary?
My mother's name is Mary.
I can tell you bear the semblance of your father, son. It is some of us who are so close to him that can still recollect the birth name of your father. He took up the name Samuel at the seminary. I'm sure you do not know that your mother was a Yemoja priestess. Omishawe is her birth name. Sometimes we have to go down into the darkness of ourselves. I would say that was not odd. Okay.
Odd? You were never a preacher in any parish. I know you to my bones.
I'm confused here.
I was very young at the time. A thief was pursued out of my father's yam farmland by Shigidi. The thief later came to our house at night to confess to my father and ask for his forgiveness.
Is this another of Lucifer's tale?
You know I like to say the fable is settled.
We can get on well then, sons. Let us think of how to get out of this boat alive before it goes down. The world too is like a circus.
All right, the freeze, fade lights. Let us hope that this boat don't capsize. I know the Nigerian boat will not capsize. That's why we are here. Thank you again, Prof. Thank you, Living Green and Shine. And along me, show yourself, live here with us. I can see you limited now. We couldn't say it then, but I can say it now. Along me, why is your eyes pushing you?
Yeah.
Your eyes is pushing
Good morning.
Okay,
No.
so good morning. Along me. Good afternoon now.
Good morning.
Playwright. Thank you again. I think we'll get to discuss this in a short while, but because of time, let's just quickly move to the next one. We'll come to talk about this in a short while. So the next one is The Just Cause by Yusuf Abdulkader. Abdulkader is one of two Apple sites that we have in the house. We have two Apple sites on the finalist. So he's one of them. And so we'll quickly, so we have narrator. I will do narrator. Then we have Alaji, Prof. And then let's have Auntie Shine for commissioner. Yeah. I think those are the three here. If we find anyone as we go, Living Green, please pick it up. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's take this very quickly. Narrator. A wise man once said, "Our lives begin to end the day we became silent about things that matters."
Sorry, this
Here
is not
comes
clear
a time
to
when
me.
we all must take a. It's not clear.
It's not legible. I can't read it.
Oh, let's see now. Is it clearer now? What about now?
It is better now.
Prof? Okay.
It is better now. Yeah.
Living Green, please take narrator so that I can
Okay.
attend to some other, I have chats to respond. So please take narrator, yeah. So let's go.
Okay. The day we became silent about the things that matter. There comes a time when we all must take a position, when we must decide whether to walk in the path of altruism or in the path of destructive selfishness. Never, never be afraid to do what's right, especially if the well-being of others is being risked. Don't just sit back and wait for a change in the society. Be the change you desire to see in the society. What are you all waiting for? Let's begin. The chorus breaks into a song and the light goes out. Light returns to the stage to show the commissioner of police seated in his office and Alhaji taking a seat in front of him.
You see, Mr. Commissioner, we are all humans and no one is above mistakes. My son has made a grave mistake, but
Mistake, you say, Alaji, that your son raped an innocent girl and caused her to go through trauma so much so that she had to take her own life, I guess, even though I can't see it.
we need to move the screen up.
Scroll up.
Yes.
Where's my phone? Okay. That she had to take her own life. How can you call that a mistake, Alaji?
I get your point. I get your point, Mr. Commissioner. What my boy did was wrong, but the deed has been done. What I want you to do for me is to look for a way to remedy the situation.
I don't understand, Alaji.
Mr. Commissioner, you know very well how these things work. Yeah? Just have my son released and I will put a big smile on your face.
You're right, Alaji. I do know how we used to do things, but I think it's about time we start doing things differently for a change.
How about that? Yeah? And what do you mean by that?
Have you met the parents of that girl? If you had, then you would understand where I am coming from.
Let's mute, please. Go on.
What? Please by yourself.
Can we please mute if you are not reading, please?
I'm doing something. What are you doing?
If you are not reading, please mute. Just a minute,
Maybe you should just
I
mute
need to
everybody.
mute from here.
If you have an Onome in your house, please mute.
Please. Okay, shall we? All right, we are good.
Where do we take it from?
From Alaji, I really can't understand.
Okay, there's one dark spot on it, so I can't see.
And I've removed it now.
It's gone now.
Okay. I really can't understand you, Commissioner.
2 days ago, you see, the parents of that girl came to me demanding justice for their daughter. You know, at first sight, I wanted to turn them away, but then I saw the hurt in their eyes. I saw it in their eyes as they aired their grievances to me. Oh, my heart just melted with pity. The mother of the girl, she was a pitiful sight.
Oh, Commissioner, spare me the details. Tell me what I want to hear.
What you want to hear? Well, Alaji, I gave them my word. I promised that I will do everything in my power to ensure their daughter gets the justice she deserves.
You don't know what you are doing, Commissioner.
My job, Alaji.
This is your job? Look, this is not the first time you will be closing a case for me. And I am always, I am always very generous with my reward. Huh? You know that. So you just, I'm a commissioner. You just can't go against me now. Eh? Huh?
Oh, really? Really, Alaji? Well, I'm sorry, but I really can't help you on this one.
Look, Commissioner, what has gone wrong? What has gone wrong, Commissioner? Why the sudden change of attitude towards me? Huh? How about?
Why the sudden change, huh? You ask me, Alaji, why the sudden change? Well, I'll tell you. I guess I have come to the realization that as an officer, it is first and foremost my duty. I am duty bound to uphold the law and never to be driven by passion of ambition and avarice. So, Alaji, if your son did rape that girl and cause her to commit suicide, then he mustn't escape justice. He mustn't escape justice.
Really? You are saying this to me?
Look, really? You are saying this to me now?
Alhaji, look.
Now?
I really don't mean to offend you, but those who cause unbearable grief to others, they surely must get what they deserve. Sorry.
All right then. We'll see about that.
By the way, Alaji, the court case is in 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks' time. Just for old time's sake, I will advise you to get a lawyer as soon as possible. Get a lawyer as soon as possible, Alaji. Because right now I can't hear you.
Nonsense. You surely pay for this humiliation. Narrator. Narrator, are you there? Oh, yes.
Hello.
You too, yes.
Yes, it really did not be easy to achieve the change we so desire. It will take great effort and sacrifices. But a wise man once said that the time is always right to do what is right.
The time is always right to do what is right. Thank you, and that is Yusuf. Unfortunately, Yusuf has been thrown in and out of the of this meeting. I don't know if he's back. Yusuf, are you here? Are you here, Yusuf? Okay, I noticed I've been admitting and readmitting him. I was thrown out severally. So it means Yusuf is not with us at the moment. And so we just go straight to the last one so then that we can now have a brief chat. Okay, Yusuf is back here. Yusuf, thank you. We just run through an excerpt of your entry. Congratulations also for making it to the final. And so we go to the last on the list of the place we have, and this time around is the one by Ayomide Bayowa. Ayomide Bayowa is of the University of Toronto in Canada, and the play is titled Recyclable Chairs. Just a minute, please. I need to get it up, and it is hanging. Okay, recyclable chairs. That I need to reduce a bit so that we can see the end of the, I hope this allows. Okay, so we have Mr. Adesonya. This is the last one. We have Mr. Adesonya. Prof, please, Mr. Adesonya. And then we have Anonymous 1, Anonymous 2. So we can do Living Green and Anti-Shine. Audience member 1, I will read the audience member. So here we go. I will read the audience member. Anonymous 1, Anti-Shine. Anonymous 2 will be Living Green. Why we have Dr. Ola read Mr. Adesonya. I'll step in if there is any technical challenges. So here we go. Recyclable chairs. Act 1, Scene 3. Situation, light brightens on stage. Mr. Adesonya rounds up his speech on the parents, teachers. Yes?
I actually can't even see the screen. I can't see the screen at all. So I guess the screen you're sharing.
Seriously?
Yeah, so.
And it can be bigger than this, unfortunately, because
no. It's not even showing. It's not even showing at all. That's what I'm saying. Probably it's my internet connection.
It's from your end. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Living Green, can you see? Living Green, can you see the screen?
Yes, I'm reading from my laptop.
You need to get your laptop.
Yeah, I'm reading from my
Anti-Shine.
laptop, so I don't think I have.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Anti-Shine, can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take Mr. Adesonya. Then, in that case, this is the last one. So, So I assure you all, we would carry out the enforcement with diligence. You are reading, what did I call it again? Anonymous 2. Anonymous. You will see Anonymous 2. Anti-Shine is Anonymous 1. And there is call somewhere. So one of you can help take that. There is a call and response immediately after Mr. Adesanya.
Maybe that's the song.
So I assure you all, we would carry out the enforcement with diligence and utmost pragmatic measures. Regarding the school fee, the government promised to cut it off by 20%. The management also implores the parents to note that the governor had ordered updated projectors in classes, more computers in the computer lab, pieces of experimental equipment in the science lab, and books in the library from across the country. As we're notified today, the student wishes to have their career day. I want to use this chance to welcome our future leaders to the podium. Sorry?
Living in a real and true revolution time. Fight the good fight. Gotta wake up now from deep slumber.
Fight the good fight. Gotta wake up now from deep slumber. Break away the chains
that hold us down.
I think the response is everybody.
Does not come to those who sit and pray. Stand up, raise your voice and be heard, living true.
Raise your voice and be heard.
Living true. Time to throw away the yoke of slavery.
We've been used
and abused far too long. Even as we speak, the exploitation continues. The master takes the gold and we get the pain, just like before. Doesn't matter the color of his skin. The man in Washington only cares for America. So when you need some help, don't you go there for salvation. Got to learn to depend on ourselves and look inwards. Got to wake up now from deep slumber. Break away the chains that hold us down. Seek ye first the peace of the neighbors all around you. Make this house a place of happiness that just like before. Singing continues softly. A student in the doctor's coat walks hastily from the left door to the right door. Two persons lift a judge gasping for breath after her. The singing stops suddenly. Two soldiers sit, students sit, and someone is left out.
Anonymous 1.
The true administration of justice is the firmest pillar of, I can't see beyond that, of good government, that's it. Judge Washington, what a pity. The asthmatic high judge is heaving for breath. Someone who expects to speak the language of law and justice in his palm, but not in his inhaler. He lived in the dark like his fellow colleagues, like cockroaches. When the light of transparency was shed and they had all eyes on them, they scattered. He pretended to refer to the Constitution with earthly dust in his library. What a pity. His inhaler wasn't nearby. It was gone.
It wasn't nearby.
Oh.
Okay.
What omen is it? What omen is it when you spill some water over your hands?
Hunger or ablution, a cleansing from death, giving up.
What? Who is that?
What?
You?
Who is that?
That
is me.
This is, oh, sorry. Yeah, that's you. Go ahead, Living Green, sorry.
Okay. What? Who is that? You? You're correct. Yes, this is a dirty game. He looks old, but his bones are hyenic.
Is old age now a career? I mean, what is going on? So we don't have three. Anybody can take that.
Mr. Putley.
I, Mr. Toothless and Ambitious, do solemnly swear and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of this country, that as the leader of this state, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of this country and the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of this country, that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of this country, that I will exercise the authority vested in me as a leader so as not to impede or prejudice the authority lawfully vested in me, lawfully vested in the President of the Federal Republic of this country, and so as not to endanger the continuance of federal government in this country, that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of this country, that I will abide by the code of conduct contained in the 50th schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of this country, that in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people according to law, without fear or favor, affection or ill will, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as the leader of this state, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as leader, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people of this country. So help me God. Audience one.
Yes, that is it. Beautiful presentation. How about something that you will do that in the front dance again?
Right? Let's go.
Santi Shine, I really know this one.
You've not gotten to the end of it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Living Green, please help take that. It's actually the last. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's it. Beautiful presentation. How about adding that you will do that in different dance again, the dance of nothingness, partial adaptation of the early avant-garde choreography. When we hum our grievances to you, our concerns, soon you all will pour out of your hideouts and into the streets, causing a flood of multicolored political parties raiding at public places to recite updated manifestos from Oxford and Webster's latest editions. You would never accept that if you are a good leader, you would have to pick between two goods and not evils. We could have suspected that you are as unreliable as the climate, that whatever you sleep overnight, whenever you sleep overnight and come before us to tell that you had a revelation of a new slang, like change or power, our dooms now take a new form. Every wrong decision you make creates another alternative doom for our future. Come on, tell me who isn't tired of this endless loop. A gunshot is heard from a distance. The governor falls. Characters on stage run about screaming. Blackout on stage for a minute. Then the light brightens. Stage manager, Living Green.
All right, guys. Can take two. Thanks for watching our run through. You all could take two too before we all start over again. And if you can't manage to sit and endure this again, become a Jew and disperse our nightmare that can be pushed abruptly or paused abruptly. It requires your patience and diligence towards a better change, not violence, not insurrection. We ran out of luck already. Neither you nor I is worthy or prepared to rule this land because our preparations are not ready to meet the opportunity end.
Cyclable political cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so we have effectively read all 5 plays. Ayomide Bayowa, if you are in the house, please just indicate so that I get. I know you have your name there, but I mean, just to see you clearly in person. So all 5 finalists. Thank you, Ayomide Bayowa, Recyclable Chairs. All 5 finalists, once again, we want to say thank you. The many of us that are still in the house, I want to say thank you. Before we open the floor for the question, which is going to last not more than 30 minutes, I say 25 because we need to be out of here in a short while. Like I said earlier on, the idea of this is just to have a sneak peek into the plays that made it to the finals. And so where to start from is to put the chief judge of this prize on the spot and quickly ask if you have anything to say. Professor Olai Fatimei.
Thank you so much, Oga Jerry and Arojah Theatre. I just want to say that it was not so easy arriving at the long list, the short list, and all that. The ones we have presently, I believe that would make. I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry.
Yes, clearly.
So I just want to congratulate the those who made the short list. I think that theirs are the best that we arrived at, and what we did was for the 3 of us to read the plays and then make our own list. Then we combined all the grades and we arrived at this. So I just want to congratulate them and to wish them more success in the future.
All right, thank you, Dr. Olai Fatimei. And I want to throw this open. I mean, less the 5 of us. For others in the house, we are about 18 here. So if we remove 5, we still have about 13 others who have the right to speak, because you guys don't have the right to speak for now. So I don't know if there is anyone here who would like to say anything in reference to the excerpt of this place that we just read. Anyone in the house, just indicate and we give you the floor. Anyone? Prize administrator?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. It has been a pleasant afternoon for me listening to all the readings of the shortlist plays for the Arojah Student Play Prize. And it has been also a wonderful experience, you know, being part of this journey in the little possible way that I could. And I am happy with the work that the judges have done. These are brilliant works. I was particularly moved by the first two two plays, which I think are quite significant plays. Especially the first play was quite explicit in its exemplification of contemporary corruption as we find it in our tertiary institution today in the country. The second play takes a traditional approach, which is also very unique and is customary with our plays. You know, we are used to the likes of Shoyinka's Olarotimi and Co., who have done justice to the metaphorization of African culture, the Yoruba culture in particular, and the dramatization of our realities. And I found that very interesting. And then I also saw the contrast in the other play between the internal conflict of the character taken, who is at one point in time a Christian, at some point in time a Muslim, at some point in time he has returned back to his culture and the gods. And so many brilliant, you know, concepts. And I now can understand why the judges, led by an erudite playwright himself, Dr. Ola, would, you know, and others would select this as the finalist for this maiden edition of the competition. I also like Ayomide's play. It dramatizes the political dilemma and Confucianism that we experience today in Africa. The one important lesson from his script is the fact that we must not look towards others for whatever change or for whatever growth that we seek. We must look inwards and ensure that the well-being of our neighbors is prioritized, and their well-being. If our neighbors are well, then we are likely going to be well as well. So a very instructive message there. But by and large, I must say that I enjoyed all the plays, and I'm happy to see that, for one, there is a northerner in this shortlist. A northerner in the sense that the Yorubas or the Southwest or South people have monopolized, you know, the theater or the play writing stuff, you know. So if you talk about play text or drama in general, attention is always drifted towards the, you know, the Yoruba speaking people of Nigeria. So I think it's refreshing that we'll have, if that is indeed, if the person is still a northern, I mean, if he's a Hausa guy who has also done that, you know, play, but it's brilliant. And I want to commend all the shortlisted playwrights, and I wish all of them success. May the best person win. And I want to also thank everyone for staying with us and for this wonderful experience. And the readers too, those who read the play text. I must comment, you know, the network was a little bit shaky at some point, but it was brilliant. Although because I was muted, you couldn't hear me laughing, you know, at some of the readings and some of the dramatization, the effects that, you know, played through while that was going on. So I'm happy to be here, and I want to thank everybody for being here. I leave the floor for others to also contribute. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Liam, our prize administrator. Okay.
Ogajari, I just want to add so that, because someone mentioned that we have, and Paul Liam just also referred to it, which is that there's a northerner on the list, you know. Someone actually mentioned that, okay, so what we did was to get somebody from the north to be represented, and then, of course, the lady who is among the 5 to be represented. And we said we actually didn't consider geography or gender or anything. We just stayed with merit, you know. And and then so if you made the top 5, you can be assured that it's because there is quality in what you have done.
Exactly.
So I also appreciate that people could read the fact that the gender is represented, the geography is represented, but those were never parameters for gauging the place.
Sure. And I remember when we unveiled, Paul, you remember when we unveiled the judges too? We had some form of backlash that all guys judges, no, the ladies are disenfranchised already. And I said, no, that's not going to be. And so very quickly, because I need to get for us to hear from Professor Mabel Ewerome to speak to us before she takes leave. She takes her leave. Prof, the floor is yours now, man.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, man.
I'm actually on my way to Buari for a wedding.
Oh.
But I listened to the reading, and I want to congratulate those who made the shortlist so far. Nevertheless, like I typed in my chat to the group, it is important for us to hear these budding playwrights in their own voices.
Oh,
Let us find out what inspired them, why they decided to write the plays, and of course, see how they are able to, mentor those who are their peers or those who are younger than they are. Because a lot of people consider drama to be an avenue, for escape from the problems of the society. Yesterday, there was an argument on a group where someone said playwrights never add any value to society, that in fact, he mentioned Wole Soyinka and some other people. An argument, and of course I told him that I was going to, call him out. The need for an open society is very important, and it gladdens my heart to see young people asking questions and of course providing the avenue for the resolution of these social maladies. That they are aware of politics as it plays out in the Nigerian society gladdens my heart. The ability to also capture the cultural essence of living, the cultural values that, play out in interpersonal relationships, and even the way they named their characters helped, me to also delve into their perspectives. It is clear that many of them must have been victims of some of these problems they highlighted in their plays. And so this initiative is one that ought to go on, and giving them a theme, giving the young playwrights a theme to work on is also important. As someone talked about gender, and I think there is no balance yet. Even if you don't achieve a parity or achieve parity, you should be able to, focus on some of these aspects that, that push gender to the front burner of our existence, especially in this COVID-19 or post-COVID-19 era. I thank the judges for being able to sift from, the myriad of plays they must have, encountered. I also pray that the next edition will be able to overcome some of the initial challenges that you have encountered. Again, the sponsors have done well, and I think they should, be carried along. A representative from each of the sponsors should have been on this program to also assess the value that they have impacted on the lives of the people. I like Mami, and I believe that, that should encourage the playwrights to try to focus more on those things people overlook, those seemingly insignificant issues that people wouldn't want to look at. As for stage worthiness, I'm glad that listening to the plays, you can already see some of them thinking about the directorial impulse, you know, about movement, about light. And you see, this is a particular language that many playwrights overlook. And so for carrying along the directorial perspective in writing also gives me joy. And lastly, let me apologize for the noise from my household. I was listening with my children before we left the house. So please pardon us. It won't happen again.
It's okay, man. Thank you so much. Please let us appreciate Professor Mabel. Professor Mabel has been one very important backbone, for us. So thank you, Prof. You can see even when she's already on her way, she's still willing to speak with us. And like she said, maybe a little bit of my fault in terms of the sponsors being here. Of course, they are aware we informed them, but probably I didn't press well enough, for us to have. They have always been part of all the activity. Even when we travel around universities to stage plays under this project. There is always a representative there. But we'll pick that up. And before we get to hear from the playwright, I'll tell you what is happening next after this is that on the 19th, we are bringing together all the participants, as many of them as are willing to be part of it, for a playwriting workshop. To better on your skills, we are bringing in Joe Egan from Northern Ireland, then Makinde Adeniran from Nigeria, and another playwright from Germany, which Goethe Institute is going to supply us as their own support. Who will, while Makinde will talk to you about playwriting for advocacy, Joe Egan is going to talk about dramaturgy as a whole. And then the representative from, the facilitator from Germany is going to talk to us about playwriting for young audience. This we believe is part of what you should be able to take away from this. This is not a $100,000 prize, but at least apart from the small prize money you are getting, we want a situation where you are able to get a lot more and become an even better writer. And finally is that whoever emerges winner in October, we are now going to have another play reading where we'll read the full play. And don't forget also that we promise that we have plans to publish some of the plays, selected plays, maybe these last 5 or the best 3, we have not decided. And then we also promise that in our 2021 theater season, the winning play will be one of the plays that we would produce. So have all of that in mind, but most importantly, prepare for September 19th, where we are going to have 2 sessions of a playwriting masterclass on that day. It's a Saturday. So now, we had planned to do that, like Prof just mentioned, we need to hear from the playwrights. We need to hear from the playwrights, and we'll start in order of how we read the play. And I would like to invite, I hope you heard when Prof spoke, we are talking about what inspires you. Why did you write what you just wrote? And every other little, you have like 2-3 minutes each, because our time is far spent and the president is still here. We are still going to hear from him to close this session. So make it as brief and straightforward. Okay, Dr. Ola, your hand is up. Dr. Ola?
Sorry, it was a mistake.
Okay.
Yes.
You are forgiven, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let's start from Ojo Miracle. Please unmute yourself and then also give us your video. We want to see you so that we get used to you, just in case. Ojo Miracle, are you here?
Okay.
Please, every other person, let's keep our mic mute while we listen to Ojo. All right. So Ojo, talk to us.
Okay. Yes. First and foremost, thank you, Arojah and everyone here for the wonderful opportunity given to us to express our works. So, on what Mommy said about what inspired us, I've discovered that corruption most times in Nigeria, we approach the macro problem that we face, the problem at large, what we see in general. But we are not seeing the micro problem that we are supposed to solve. And for example, we often look at the politicians or those in political powers on how they treat us, but then we have to look inside of ourselves. How do we treat ourselves, and how do we treat our neighbors? So the play just as a mirage is just to show if or how we ourselves can personally manage our community. So what is the assurance that when you get to that political position that you aim to be abusing or saying what is against those people in charge? What are you going to do when you get there? You cannot manage the little that you're in charge of, starting from the family, starting from friendship. How truthful are you in dealing with humans? Don't say this very correct about one of the scenarios that happened to me, reality that I involved in the Pillows, where we read about the manager and the student. It actually happened to me because I was there. I was the victim anyway. So I saw how it happened and all. So I felt that it's something that people need to know. People need to feel how we are, what we are supposed to say about ourselves and not about others. So if we solve our problems, then we should hope that others solve their problems too. And then we have a wonderful society. Not the one that is pointing and accusing the fingers at some people. We have to leave attention of ourselves behind it because we are all victims. Maybe when we get to read the play, we'll see also some things that portray the fact that we are the problem of the country. The Nigeria is not a land space or an area. Nigeria is these people coming together to become one. And you are Nigeria, I am Nigeria. So what I do to my country determines what happens in this country. And what you do is what happens in this country. So I just feel that people should see that about seeing themselves and what they have contributed to either the corrupt practices or the other parties in this nation. That's what I have to say.
All right. Thank you, Joshua Ojo. And next, I am going to call on Olumide. Olumide is next. Olumide, are you here? Ojo Olumide Emmanuel. Ojo Olumide Emmanuel, unmute yourself and talk to us. What inspires you? What is the story behind your story? Are you there? Okay, Ojo is here, but not here. I don't know if there is anything like that. I can see him here, but so I will just move to, okay.
Good
Ojo,
afternoon, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Very good. Your line is bad. Okay, we'll get to hear from Ojo later. So let's go to Omomi Oshuolale Okanlaon. No worry, I've given you another name.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So, okay, thank you very much. Okay, what really inspired me about writing this is about our country generally, because the lack of corruption, lack of unity and accountability in this country, which is very present in Nigeria itself. We youths, we are scared. We hide under religion and spirituality, not to go out for the political posts. But these old men really are just taking advantage of everything in this country. Like what I think it's Tinubu Obasanjo said on the news. He said that the youth should come out and speak and take their posts from the people are going around. They're just ruling us through traditions. Most of them are engaged in some activities. And in this play, it talks about the, sorry, I'm coming. This play talks about the contrary view and skeptical view of belief among these three characters. These three people are trapped together in a boat, which the boat represents the country. Everybody in this, every under the government. We are being ruled by them. The rich are not ready to assist the poor. Everyone just wants to do their own thing by themselves. Like now, the poor people are being poor, the rich are being rich. The rich are supporting the rich. For example, now what is going on major about this Big Brother Nigeria. For example, now this project itself, many politicians are not ready to support it. Many rich people are not ready to support education, but they can support entertainment, which is really annoying and very, very frustrating. So this play, I read a play, Macbeth by William Shakespeare. The title is taken from there. It's a whereby one of the servants came to tell him about the death of his wife, whereby it was like the woman should have been dead since. So generally, my play is about how we can survive by coming together as youth, coming together, the youth, the adults should come together, and we should work and to make Nigeria a better country. Unless we just continue living like this, and everybody will die one day. Thank you very much.
We hope not. Thank you, Omomi. And so we go to our next finalist, and okay, is Ojo Emmanuel back? Olumide, are you back? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm back.
Olumide, so let's take you now before we move to the next person. Okay, great. Yes, we can hear you now.
The goal of this work
2
is
minutes.
to use the traditional society to typify our present society. If you look at it, whatever was shown in that play that you read is the same thing that is prevalent in our society. How they sweep justice under carpet. Someone has done wrong, and because it's influential, you just find a way of hiding the case. Then you look at your leaders taking what belongs to the society, and you just wonder why have we continued to remain in a circle for years? And more prevalent nowadays is the issue of rape, and people go scot-free for raping people's daughter. They go scot-free, and we're not doing anything about it. So my point is using this drama to communicate that we can do it better. We can make things better. We don't have to continue to continue this kind of circle where we are not moving forward, where people die, and if it is the poor that dies, he died. But if it's the rich, then you find a way of looking for justice for him. Everything is wrong with our country, and the more we wake up to this reality and begin to take steps to make things better, then it becomes better for us. But I tell you, Nigeria is a time bomb, and if we don't do anything, one day it may explode on all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope not. Yes, you are correct, but we keep hoping that it's not going to happen. And that's the reason for some of these projects also, to create enough awareness to have young people. When we put in for this project, we decided we wanted to target the younger generations, and so our project was to tour to go on a tour of tertiary institutions, you know, for these in the North Central, because I can see Omome laughing. With our jurisdiction did not get to the south. We limited to the North Central. But maybe if the funds that goes to Big Brother Nigeria, if they bring it to us, of course we can do the rest of the south and the east and everywhere. We are ready to work. So Yusuf Abdulkadir, are you there? Yusuf is next. Okay, good. Please unmute yourself and talk to us. 2 minutes. Hello. Yusuf?
Hello.
Yes. Can you raise the volume a little bit more? Okay, yes, we can hear you now.
Hello.
Yes, please. You can go on now.
Hello.
Yes, you can go on now. We can hear you now. Or at least I can hear you.
First of all, I would like to say a big thank you to the Arojah Theatre for this opportunity. And to me, this is also like an encouragement, because I am just learning. I'm not actually a very good writer, but I was moved by the theme. actually. So something of corruption, accountability, and all that. So I felt like, yes, this is something we need to talk about. This is something I can actually write something about. So the team actually moved me. And we live in a society whereby corruption has been it's like the order of the day. It has been deep into our society. And I kind of think, okay, yes, writing this will actually send a message. I use the different stripes to show the fact that these lawbreakers or this corrupt act can be practiced by anyone in the society, actually, be you Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa. But sometimes might be on a tight corner to help those we care about, our family members, or those that us in a way. We want to defend our own, like you said. So if you are in position of authority and we have and need our help, most of all want to render such help. But the question is it right to do these things? Why? Because it's one thing for us to think about ourselves and to think about the interest of others, because we are all Nigerians, and naturally it is said that the law, everyone should be below the law. The law is above everyone. So I don't see why anybody should break it and go scot-free. So I just like to point on that idea and elaborate on it. But once again, I want to say thank you to Arojah Theatre for this opportunity, and I feel very, very proud of myself being part of this shortlisted finalist. Thank you very much.
All right, Yusuf, thank you. Thank you for daring to, even do it, for daring to join. And congratulations for making it to the finals. For us, it's a win-win situation. Whether anyone gets to win or not, the idea is that this is a process. And for us in Arojah Royal Theatre, we consider you part of us already. And you heard the president mention earlier on, you are already we are waiting for you to admit you into the National Association of Nigerian Theatre Arts Practitioners if you are not already there. And I can tell you that when you are ready Arojah can also bankroll your registration fee if you want. So wherever is your state, wherever you are based, just go and look for NANTAP of that chapter and let us know. We will pay your registration fee. For the finals, just don't worry. So lastly, let's just quickly take Ayomide Bayowa recyclable chairs. Ayomide, you have the floor.
Hello everyone. My name is Ayomide Bayowa, and actually, basically what motivated this play was my experiences, like personal experiences before I left Nigeria. So I started from the basic fact that we have our method of socialization, right? Which is the school, the family first, right? Your friends, then the school, the media, and the likes. Focusing on the family, focusing on school, focusing basically on school, because that is where charity starts from. This legal way of behaving, this acceptable way of behaving in the society, the way you understand everything from the school. And then I tend to create the story, build around it, because when I try to research before I write a story, then I realized that there is nothing much to research about Nigeria, basically about Africa, because nothing comes new anytime I tend to because I even listen to news faster than my friends that live in Nigeria. I hear about bad news basically about Africa before my friends that live in Nigeria. Then I just how am I going to view this? How am I going to write a story? Because when I got the call for submission from a friend, I felt like I could just try. And I was the deadline was, the initial deadline was a week before the deadline. And I just had to rush things up because I had existing ideas, right, about corruption in Nigeria that I just speed it up. But basically for me to build that up, based on the things I've experienced, I just saw that there's nothing much about Nigeria we could talk about except corruption and little changes, which is either good, little bit bad. Oh no, basically more bad. Because every day we hear bad things every day. And we just hope for the best because we can't keep running away from our houses and becoming diasporans or becoming refugees in other people's country. But yeah, we just hope to do the best by ourselves. We all need to do this by ourselves. It starts from home. Charity starts from home. So me taking it back to the secondary school and primary school and family and the market women, which are less, they are less the concerns of the government, but they keep on stressing the market women that provide for their children and tell them to leave the markets for extension of roads that are never part of the agenda, but they need the money to just extend this agenda. Like, I mean, I just really think of things differently at that point, but yet we just hope for the best, and everything starts with us right now, right here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ayomide. Everything starts with us, and I agree with you. We cannot keep running to other places and leaving Nigeria the way it is. And very quickly, as we round up, Living Green. Any thoughts from your end? Auntie Shine, get ready too, and then we'll close with the national president. Living Green. Yes, you are unmuted now. You can talk.
I think I have much to say. I'm still taking it in, and I plan to read the entire thing on my own. But I did like the last paragraph by Iowa. The part where where he says neither you nor I are willing or prepared to take to rule the land because our preparations are not ready to meet the opportunities of the available recyclable political chairs. So I think for me that made a lot of sense in fact that our political, we see our leaders is the same kind of people that are being recycled. I mean, it's come to the point where people don't even feel like they need to vote anymore because it's the same kind of people, and they're coming and they jump parties, and then we see what is going on right now. There's just nobody new to vote to, so it has to be a very deep systemic change that will have to happen. And yeah, so I think I love that line and how it came out to show things. But and the other ones did well too. The 3 idiots, I like the kind of like, it's almost like there's a wander about of, a rigmarole of things that they're saying and saying. It doesn't make sense, but when you get down to it, I know it's eventually going to arrive somewhere. Yeah. That's it I can say for now.
All right, thank you. And so, Auntie Shine.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon,
I answer
everyone.
on our behalf because everyone is muted.
Oh yes, people can. I hope okay. So you would represent everyone. Once you hear me, we believe everyone can hear me.
Yes.
So hello once again, everyone. I applaud our playwrights. I applaud you all for, first of all, taking up this call and for the way that you all treated the theme. I enjoyed, I read most of the plays. I enjoyed reading them. So even as an actor, I enjoyed your plays, and I enjoyed. I'm proud of the way you guys treated the theme of corruption and accountability from different perspectives. Inculcating religion, looking at it from the cultural perspective, looking at it from politics, the law, and the judiciary. Well done. I have to say a big well done, all of you. Don't mind anybody who thinks that drama is play. You guys have shown us that drama is serious business. Drama can be used to solve societal issues. Drama can be used to x-ray and take a look at these issues with a view to solving them and making the society better. Because I can imagine the work that each and every one of you had to put in to make this work. Like Prof said earlier, even the stageability, it's stageable. So I want to say a big well done. I want to say to you guys, don't make this the last. Let's continue to hear your names beyond this one. We can we have done this, and I believe that the sky is only the starting point for us. Well done. Thank you very much. My boss would say more blows to your elbows. We can all
Yes.
research that.
God
Once again, I
blows to your
applaud you. Well
elbow.
done.
Thank you. We applaud you. Thank you. And incidentally, we actually have some of the other participants in the house. I think we have two. We have Adekeye Lukman here, who was in the long list. We have Precious Juko here, who was also in the long list. I mean, you see also the thing about life is that from the Christian perspective, we say rejoice with those who are happy. Ordinarily they could decide not to be here because they are not on the finalists. But the truth is that there is a lot for us all to win. It's not just about the final prize. It's about all the other benefits we can get away from it. And I would like to use this opportunity to say to you, if you do other writings other than from this competition, if you have other scripts, just push it to us. We look at it. When time and funds permit, we will stage your plays. I mean, the idea is that we are committed to new voices. So it's not only the Professor Wole Soyinkas that we want to stage their plays. We want to stage plays by budding playwrights, young playwrights. So feel free to send us your script if you have them. We'll look at them. If it fits into some of the things we want to do, we definitely will use your plays. That is regardless of whether you win from this competition or not. This is just the beginning. And let me also inform you that, especially for those of you who are already 400 levels and you are looking at next year, I will not be able to participate in this competition. Next year, we have already refined this, and we are going to be having 2 categories next year. We are going to be having this student undergraduate category, and we are going to be having the professional, let's call it that, category. So whether you are no longer a student by next year, you can still participate in this prize. And it has come to say, we can tell you, we'll work ourselves out to ensure that we keep it on and it becomes one of the major playwriting prize beyond the shores of Nigeria, Africa and the rest of it. So permit me to quickly appreciate my brothers in the house, Hike, Erojikwe, and Richard. Thank you. I don't know, you have been hiding somewhere around, but I've just spotted you. Thank you. Adewusi David, we also appreciate you. Osazua, thank you for coming around. And so now I'd like to invite the national president again for a closing shot before we depart from here. Mr. President, sir.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Once again, let me congratulate the 5 of you who've made it to that list. I have listened to the plays, though they are excerpts, but at least they do give us an idea of what to look forward to. I'm particularly happy that our playwrights, unknowingly and individually, they touched on several aspects of our society, of our lives, from political to educational to the traditional to religion. And basically, these are the areas of our lives that define us both as individuals and as a nation. And also, these are the things that affect what happens globally. Though you have drawn your experiences from Nigeria, I will tell you here that you've addressed global matters and global issues. We are all living witnesses to the political situation, the political turmoil, the political corruption that is ongoing even in America. These are the democracies that we always want to use to judge and to gauge other democracies and other political situations. That basically is to let us know that it is the human who corrupts everything, and wherever you have humans, there will always be corruption. And where you have those who say, no, we have to get it right, we will also get it right. So I'm happy that we've been able to deal with all this. Of course, we know that the moment the foundation and the fabric of our traditional institutions is corrupted, we are almost doomed as a people, and that we have seen. So I'm happy that you are young, but you've given us hopes. The hope that you are also identifying some of the problems. But as I always tell people, particularly those of us in the creative space, we cannot always just sit or stand on a podium and pontificate while we also do the same thing that we talk about. So I would appeal to you that you also become ambassadors of what you have preached. Become ambassadors for us as artists, that we are social commentators, social crusaders, and that we do believe and practice what we preach. Arojah, we cannot thank you enough for this opportunity. And one of the things I want to assure you is NANSAP will be most willing to partner with you, even if it means trying to carve out a week or a month or 4 weekends for the performance of the shortlisted plays. Maybe not this year, because we all know what has been happening with it. We could work towards next year and take it further. This is also a promise that we made to Beta Foundations, which is another body that is also involved in trying to identify modern playwrights, mentoring them like you're trying to do, and giving them the space to express themselves. So we would not mind working with both of you to have a festival of this place. I'm sure we will discuss this, and we'll see how we can use corporate mileage to try to bring in some little funds. Like I continue to say, we're waiting for the big funds to roll in, and nothing will happen within this space. So we must continue to do things, and as they get bigger and more successful, the funds will come, because Nigeria, both corporates and individuals, they buy into success. Most times they do not help you build your success, and most times if you wait for them to build your success, then you will not have a success story. Build your success, and when they come into it, even when they pull out, you know that you already have a success story that you can continue to market. So we would be very, very happy to work with you on this, and to further provide these young people a platform to see their thoughts expressed in performance. I want to appreciate even those who have supported this to make it happen. We appreciate you. Every time you support an effort within the space, you are helping to build a sector, you are helping to put a smile on the faces of a lot of young people, and even the old ones who practice within the space. God will continue to bless you, strengthen you, and help your businesses to grow, that you may continue to be of help to us. Once again, it's a privilege to have been here. I pray, unfortunately, only one person will emerge as the winner. But one of the things I want to tell you all is, it is not who wins at the beginning that is celebrated. It is he who wins at the end that is celebrated. So this is the beginning. For whoever will be declared the winner, don't see it as the ultimate prize. See it as the ultimate challenge to do greater things, to be able to achieve greater things. For those who may not be declared the winners, the fact that you've made it to this list, you're all winners already. Continue to do what you do. Continue to put your ideas on paper. You will continue to be successful. You will all win prizes someday. You'll get the recognition. And I wish you all the best. But above all, continue to sharpen your skill. What you have right now is raw talent. You need to turn it into a skill. It is your skill that you market. And that's why whatever training, workshop, master, or otherwise that we put up, I encourage you all to take full advantage of it, because that is where you get better, and then you become marketable. Once again, congratulations both to the finalists, to the panel of judges, and even to Arojah. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time. And thank you, everyone. And I'm going to say to the finalists again, this might be a very good time to revisit your work. Like we are still making effort to see who can support us to publish this. And we are going to achieve that. I promise you. We'll make, even if it's just ebook to start with, we are going to do that. So you have the chance to revisit your work again, maybe now or maybe after the announcement, after the workshop. I'm sure that the workshop on the 19th will go a long way to help you, because you are going to be having conversations with those who have established themselves in the field, so that you can then go back to your work, do a little bit of updating on them, send it back to us to begin our own process of having them published. I want to say thank you again. Go prepare for September 19th. If you have time, do join us tomorrow at the the storytelling session with Auntie Shine Shine by 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. So join us, and it's just for 30 minutes. It's just for 30 minutes, and the storytelling session with Auntie Shine. We look forward to seeing you. Otherwise, we'll see you on September 19th. Thank you, and congratulations once again in advance. Bye, everyone. Bye. You are unmuted. So everyone is free to unmute now. Yeah, thank you, everyone. We are free to unmute now. Thank you. Lord Richard, I salute you.
To say our goodbyes.
Yes, we needed to say our goodbyes, so we can unmute now and say our goodbyes.
Papa Jerry.
Hey, brotherly.
I hear you.
I salute you. Thank
they
you.
They too much for here.
Support. Now, so now.
This is where I greet. Good morning.
Mr. Alian,
good afternoon already.
Boss.
Yes.
I go call you now. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Good to see your face.
Yeah.
Good to see you too.
President, sir. I hail, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I can see you now. All right.
Yeah.
Salute. I salute.
Thank you.
Our side now.
We did.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Omomi, well done.
Yes.
Osazua, you sneaked in.
Yes.